It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. Kicking off the show tonight, we heard something from Aftershock from their Burning Chrome release with When Comes the Rain, because it's been raining like a bitch here in the Chicago area a good part of the week. And then, of course, we heard something from our good friends who is Red Rain now, but at one point, a couple of the members used to be in a band called Seth with Demons. I'm dedicating that to James Hetfield, who's still battling his demons and canceling tours. And you know, a guy who knows a little bit about demons, my good friend and partner, Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
Yeah, but I love my demons. I love living with them.
And you don't cancel the show because of your demons, man.
Fuck no, I think the demons make me better some nights.
I think everybody would agree that maybe those demons even make Metallica better.
Yeah, that's where I got the inspiration, was James Hetfield. I saw that he could be fucked up and play incredible things, so I used to be fucked up myself. And much like James, once I stopped drinking during the show, I started being much friendlier.
Exactly.
Hey, friends, let's see what you guys want to say.
Well, I'm still laughing that after 2 full weeks that just that discussion is still stuck in some people's craw, both good and bad.
Yeah, just drop it, people, okay? Neely's wrong, and he apologizes. Come on,
I apologize. It was just a discussion. It was not an opinion. It was not fact. It was not accusation. It was nothing. It was just like, what if?
You know, on behalf of the show, and especially Neely, I would like to apologize. You know, it was very flabbergasting and offensive and mean of us. And, you know, addiction is a very serious thing. And to question it in that way just really shows a very strong lack of judgment on our part. And we're deeply sorry. And please don't fire us.
Because people have demons, man.
Shut up with the apologies. Whether they canceled it because of money or because James is drinking out of control, who gives a fuck? Is he coming to your house for Thanksgiving? So shut the fuck up.
I still laugh about it, though.
I'm tired of hearing about it.
I am too.
Yeah, you know, and that email that you got, I'm gonna throw him under the bus right now. Ozzy Ace, you have no insider information at all. None. I've got insider information. The money rates are different. That's not insider information. That's just information. If insider information would be, because of that, I spoke to a guy at Q Prime that told me that secretly that's why they canceled the tour. Not the dollar is worth less than it used to be, so there's my insider information. That's not insider information. What are you doing?
Yeah, people can look up exchange rates at any time.
Yeah, you know what? That's outsider information. That's what that is. Jeez, dude.
I'm still laughing about it. It's just so dumb. It's a band. It's entertainment. It's a band. It's not personal to you.
Dude, music is a livelihood. You know, whether it's Metallica or jerking your dick to Deep Purple or whatever, it is a livelihood.
All right.
Speaking of it being a livelihood,
yes,
I actually encountered your livelihood band, Dokken, in a wrestling program. Are you aware of this?
No, I was not aware.
Dokken's Into the Fire is the theme song to a new, I guess it's a TV show in Atlanta, and it's also on YouTube, or maybe it's only on YouTube, I don't know, but it's out of Atlanta, called NWA Power.
Okay.
I was watching this NWA Power today, and they finished the show, and you know it's a small wrestling thing, but at the end of the show, all of a sudden Dokken kicks up, starts playing Into the Fire. I was like, get the fuck out of here. So then I had to watch through the credits to see if it was just some podunk guy that stole it or whatever. And no, they actually credited it and everything. So I was like, damn, they must have licensed Into the Fire for this wrestling program.
They didn't do a hologram of Eazy-E singing it, did they?
No, it was Doc singing it over. Dude, it was the cheesiest shit ever, too. It might as well have been a Dokken video from 1985, because it's literally, the credits are popping in and out, you know, like a 1976 computer.
Okay.
And and it pops on Doc, and meanwhile there's stars going into the vortex in the background. It was just cheesy 1975 fucking video.
What is it? Is it like Star Wars?
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like, a Star Wars game.
Yeah,
just typing over it. But I just was surprised. I never would have pictured Dokken as the official theme of any wrestling, but there you go. And especially the unless I'm wrong, the Wrestling Alliance is owned by Billy Corgan. So you would think he would wedge in some Smashing Pumpkins or something, but
maybe Smashing Pumpkins just didn't have the firepower that 80s metal had.
Well, and NWA is kind of a throwback to the 80s. You know, that was a big alliance in the 80s before it turned into WCW.
Okay.
But yeah. So there's your Dokken news. Look at me bringing Dokken news.
Look at that. Wow.
I have other Dokken news, but I can't share it on the air.
All right.
I had a nice conversation with somebody in Dokken.
Oh, I can only imagine who that might have been.
And boy, I just haven't talked to you to share that news, but I will share some news with you.
All right. Fair enough.
Not here.
Yeah, of course. Well, we're going to see them in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and he made a point to ask me if I was coming out, and I said, if I have to. And he said, yeah, me too.
All right.
No, he was pumped that we're coming out, so.
Yeah, cool.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, so if you're going to be in the Akron, Cleveland area on Thursday, October 20, is it the 25th?
24th.
24th.
Yep.
Friday's the 25th, and then our thing out in Cleveland is on the 26th.
Yep.
All right. Good enough. Yeah, so I'll be in the area for a couple of days. So for those of you who are in the Akron, Cleveland area, even next Saturday, we're going to go see Tom Kiefer.
Yeah.
In Akron, and then the following Saturday, Chris and I will be out at the Raining Rock event in Cleveland, and we'll be hanging out. And so hopefully you and whoever will come out and see us, and maybe if you're around after the thing, we'll all go out and meet up somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere over here, because I have to come home first, and I'm not coming back to. If I leave, I'm not coming back to Cleveland. I'll tell you that now. Y'all gonna have to come to Twinsburg, because I'm not going to Cleveland.
Yeah,
twice.
Pal.
You may be willing to drive 500 miles. I'm not willing to put 50 on my car. No way.
Yeah, so we'll be doing. I'll be around town for Dokken on Thursday. So if you're in the area on Thursday, come on out to the Akron Civic Theater, and we're going to be there. And Chris and I are going to do some local radio on Friday, and we're going to do the Raining Rock on Saturday afternoon, and then maybe do a little hangout on Saturday night.
Yes, sir.
And our good friend Sal, he'll be winging his way in from Chicago on Friday. For that, so he'll be hanging out. So
yeah, Sal gave me him and I were chatting on Fuckbook last night.
Okay,
and he was he wanted me to know, and wanted you to know as well. He'll be there early in case we need any help setting up.
That's what he said to me.
I was like, dude, we've done 100 of these. I think we'll be fine.
He wants to be a roadie.
All right, well. Believe me, he can carry my laptop up if he wants to.
He'll. I'll have to present him with an official crew shirt, and he can wear the CMS roadie gear.
Maybe we can get our personal assistant Bree to make him a laminate.
Yeah, exactly. The size of your thigh.
Right. Liquor and Sticker Part 2 tour.
Right. Exactly. So, speaking of that, since it's just 2 Saturdays away, have you worked out the details of our good friend Rockin' Randy coming out and you accompanying him with a roller coaster, or is that something you're working on, or what are you doing?
I'm working on it. I mean, Randy's coming. He's coming. He's bringing a guitar player, and we're definitely going to give roller coaster a shot. I've been practicing it now for about a week or two, It is amazing to me how difficult it is when you've been singing the wrong words for 10 years. I'm trying to sing it. I'm trying to practice it with the right words. And Randy, I'm trying to get the phrasing and everything. And Randy kind of shoehorns words in here and there on his lyrics. And I mean, I can't really say they're shoehorned in. It is his song.
Yes.
So, you know, they feel shoehorned in, I guess. So I end up singing a lot of fuckings in there, which I know I can't do. but I keep filling spaces with fucking instead of the words.
Right.
Because, you know, they just don't feel right, you know, coming out of my mouth the way that they're written. But yeah, I'm working on it. Randy's pretty pumped. He's like, I've been waiting a decade to sing with you, sing Roller Coaster.
He's been waiting a decade just to sing with you?
To sing with me.
Really?
Of course, dude, I'm his hero.
Well, at what point did he think, you know, someday I want to hook up with Chris and sing a song with him?
Probably the day he met me.
I'm sure.
Met me
because you are known for your singing skills.
Exactly. That's the guy I got to sing with.
Yeah. You know, the day I met you, I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool if we sang a song together? I never heard you sing, but it'd be cool if we sang a song together.
Yeah, he probably... Well, you know what's weird, though? He asked me to sing all the way back in the Apparition days.
Wow, look at that.
Come up on stage and sing with him in Wicked Heart a number of times, and I always was like, nah, I'm not doing that. You know, I just wasn't going to do that. I just didn't want to stand next to Roger, so I really didn't want to do that. So, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, Roller Coaster's kind of developed its own life here on the show. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Why not? You know, it'll be fun, be goofy. And the truth is even if I fuck it up, nobody will know.
Right,
because nobody knows the song.
Yeah, well, nobody's ever heard the song before unless they listen to the show.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm working on it. I've been practicing it. Like, there's this one lyric in here. The lyric is, sweet little woman, she looks so fine. And I can't get it. I can't get that woman, she looks so, because he does it all in like one word. Is sweet little woman, she looks so fine. You know, that's how it's supposed.
Well, I've always said that he has this lazy way of just sort of melding words together.
Yeah. So every time I sing it, it ends up being sweet little woman fucking looks so fine. You know, I just kind of throw fucking in there to fill that transition gap of woman and she, because he slowly does she, you know, and it's like, and I know it's dumb, but it's, you know, I'll get it. I'll make it work, you know, and if not, I'll just fucking embarrass myself for 3 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, it won't be the first embarrassing thing I do at this thing.
Wow.
Or maybe it'll be the first, but it won't be the last. That's ridiculous.
Well, we're looking forward to coming out and doing that because you know, I'm looking forward to seeing the art, looking at the photos. You know, if I see something good, I probably will buy something.
Dude, my mom's even coming out to this thing.
Wow, look at that.
She's like she likes Joe and she
well, who doesn't?
Oh, Jackal.
Well, Jackal likes Deep Purple, so you know, what does that say about him?
Yeah, true. But yeah, no, she was like, I want to come out and see the art and see you do your thing.
Wow,
and
look at that, coming out to see you do your thing.
And I'm like, okay, Mom, just don't be offended.
Well,
because I'm sure not gonna all of a sudden do the mom version of the show.
Well, I mean, is this going to be over loudspeakers or not, or has that been decided or not been decided?
I think it's going to be broadcast like over speakers.
Okay.
So I'm not planning on. I'm planning on trying to
keep it PC a little, or PG a little bit, right?
Yeah, you know, soft R, not. You know, I might say shit here and there, but I won't be dropping any F-bombs or cunts or, you know, normal stuff. I'll turn it, you know, I'll go back to my FM days and try and keep it within the FM rules, I guess.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that there's probably going to be people there with their kids.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't be like, oh, look at this cunt. Whoa, what a great set of tits on that bitch.
Yeah,
Joe,
you won't be reprising the Chris Aiken birthday party from about 6 years ago.
I won't. And you know what's a great thing? The fact that this is so early. because there's zero chance that I'll be fucked up.
let's hope that's the case.
Well, that's going to be the case. Dude, me and you going to be out doing fucking radio till midnight, and then we got to turn around, turn and burn.
Yeah.
Be back over there at, like 10:30 or so?
Something like that if we're going to be up and running by noon, yeah.
Yeah, so we got to, it's going to be do radio, go to bed, get up, and do it. I'm not going to be drinking or anything until after.
Right.
Then after, anybody that wants to come, because my birthday is Sunday, wants to come and buy me drinks, I'm happy to drink them.
Oh, there you go.
I'm very happy to drink them, actually.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm just looking forward to getting away for, well, it'll be 2 weekends in a row because I got to make that trip next weekend and, go to a wedding and then hang out with you a little bit and then head home again and then turn around and come back again on Thursday.
Yeah, I don't know why you just didn't take the whole week off and just stick around.
I my job. I can't be gone for more than 2 days because if I am, things just get really out of hand.
Well, and I would appreciate that if you owned the company, but you don't. You take one week in your history. You've been there 5 years or whatever.
No, I don't mean history. I mean just for me, just trying to catch up and stay ahead of the business that comes my way.
Christmas is coming. It's going to be slow anyway. I'm sure you're ahead of your numbers.
Well, it's not. No, I'm just talking about customer service.
Oh. Well, take your phone with you. I'm mobile.
Nobody's going to be calling me.
Why not?
Nobody has my phone number.
No, have them forward the phone.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
See? Old-fashioned guy.
It's not me. It's just how they would handle it.
Well, if it's that or not, yeah, I guess. Again, you got to do what you got to do. I would probably take the week before I would drive.
Well, if I had a blue collar job where I was out digging roads or driving a dump truck or working in a factory or something, and you could walk away from your job for a week and it's still there and the same job is still there and they didn't just pile everything up waiting for you to come back.
Right.
That's the only drag about having a kind of a white collar job is that, nobody's going to do your job while you're away.
Hey, you don't have to tell me.
You walk away and whatever you left is still there plus whatever came in while you were away. And then you have to do that and then keep up with your daily job.
Dude, I'm already, you don't have to tell me. I am already freaking out about how am I going to do all of my work that week. From starting next week, we're going to do Saturday. We're going to be out, which means I'm not going to do my normal day's work on a Saturday, which I know that's still, I could work until like 2 or 3, but I won't because I'll be ready to party. So,
this is basically a choice.
It is kind of, but I mean, next week from Wednesday on, I'm probably not going to do any work. Because Wednesday, I'm going to be in Pittsburgh for wrestling. Thursday, docking. Friday, radio. Saturday, Joe's thing. And then drinking. And then Sunday, I hope to be fucking hungover out of my gourd and dying in my bed.
Yeah, and I'll be driving back.
Yeah. You probably have to drive me home from the bar. But, I mean, there's no work going to happen after Wednesday of that week.
So here's a guy who owns his own business and you're having problems wondering how you're going to cover your own business. And here's a guy like me. Just take the week off.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You've got other people to cover for you.
No, I don't have no one covers for me. Are you kidding me? There is no one who can do what I do. No one.
Have your girl that you work with.
She couldn't do it. No way.
She couldn't limp through enough?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I'm a one-man show, man.
I don't know. Sounds like you're getting a little too close to that job.
It's just how it is.
Yeah, I know.
It allows me to live the lavish lifestyle that I have. And, since you and I are rich and all.
Yeah, good point. Good point. I guess you got to sacrifice something to be a wealthy man like you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at this palatial studio I broadcast from. I mean,
Say the studio is pretty palatial.
It is palatial.
Let's be honest. That studio's better than the one that I was working at 92.3.
Yeah.
And it's definitely better than one that I was working at. Remember that shitty studio that we were in MMS?
Oh, yeah.
That was a fucking dump. That was closer to this studio over here in Studio B.
Yeah.
With shit nailed to the walls and stuff.
Well, when I put this thing together, it was my goal to have the finest of broadcast studio that an independent broadcaster could afford.
Yeah. Well, you definitely. I mean, what do you got in there? 10 grand?
Well, at least. I mean, over the years, I've replaced the computers like 3 or 4 times already.
Sure.
And, I've replaced various components in here and, reconfigured different things. So, yeah, easily.
Yeah. And then the server, which we didn't even buy, which was gifted, was still, that's a $5,000 piece of equipment.
Yeah, just the server alone is $5,000.
Yeah, exactly. I guess you're probably at $25,000.
Yeah, easily. I mean, just this mic alone, just this mic only, just this,
yeah,
is almost $500.
Yeah. What's this one about? $40?
No, no, that was about almost $300.
I know, it's a good mic.
Yeah. So, but anyway, regardless of that, well, I had a point here that I was going to make. Well, never mind. But anyway, as far as getting away is concerned, 2 days is max for me.
Yeah. No, I get it. I definitely get it. I mean, I was surprised you were coming in for the Thursday. I guess not totally surprised because it is docking within 10,000 miles of you. So,
well, it is their last show for a while, aside from the Wilkes-Barre show the following night, and that's it for the year.
Yeah.
And they won't be playing anymore until next year sometime, if at all. Who knows?
But you think if at all, huh?
Who knows? I mean, Don's got to have some surgery, and it's kind of dicey.
Were we on the same call I was?
I know all about it. Trust me. So who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see, I guess. I just know I'm going to go. I almost wish I wasn't, but I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I'm now committed to it because I told somebody in the band I would come. So now I have to go.
But, so I think Kendall's going to catch the Friday show over where she lives, and that's it.
Yeah, and then done.
So, anyway, looking forward to it. I hope some of our regulars will come out and, participate a little bit and just, whether you come to the Dawkins show or whether you come to this Tom Kiefer show or whether you come out to the Raining Rock show or just hang out with us after one of those things.
Yeah.
It'll be cool. It'll be
cool, yeah. And I guess I could put out where we're going to go once we decided on, for the after party on Fuckbook and whatnot, right?
Yeah, why not?
Or do you want to just leave it and we'll just tell people at the gig where we're going to go so that they have to come to the...
you know what? I guess we could do it that way, but who cares? Yeah. Just like, hey, this is where we're going to be. Come on out.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. We could make it an exclusive thing, but fuck it. We're not those kind of people, are we?
Yeah, fuck it.
We're just two douches that want free drinks at the bar.
Right,
so you
exactly.
Come and feed them to us.
Exactly.
Now, here's the real question. You know me. I will take the free drinks all night long. You, on the other hand, are not so much of a drinker. Will you take the free drinks or will you pass on the free drinks?
I might take one or two, but you know me. If I got to drive or if I got to drive you home or, whatever, I'm not one to go out there and risk getting a DUI.
Yeah. I was already thinking about, man, I got to have this thing close to my house so I can leave my car. I really have been thinking about
It's like always thinking about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm very selfish like that.
I guess.
A huge ego.
Well,
it's all about me.
Well, when you become a rich person, the way you become rich is because you're very selfish.
That's right. And thankfully, I'm a zillionaire now, so I can be absolutely selfish.
Exactly. So, for those who are looking for details, do you have the details posted for the Raining Rock event?
They're on, I can put them on the Facebook again, but it's Saturday, The 26th from noon till 6, we will be there doing the broadcast. And it is at the 78th Street Studios, which is 1378 West 78th Street in Cleveland. You can go, you can pick up art by either Joe or Anastasia. You can meet them, us. You can buy the exclusive CMS shirts, I think. You can, whatever, you can just come out, hang out, jump on the mic maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Yeah. But that's when we'll be there. It's going to be real loose. Anybody that's shown up to any appearance that we've ever done, they're not exactly these high-end organized events. They're kind of loose, so we'll see how it all plays out. But it'll be fun. And, please come on out. Say hi.
Yeah.
Buy your shirt.
I see that Cleveland Scene has covered that a little bit.
Yeah, they did.
And I see they spelled my name wrong, as usual.
Neeley with 2 E's.
Well, yeah, they dropped the third E. And I see that it also says that we're going to change the name of the show to the classic Cleveland show.
Cleveland Metal Show.
The Cleveland Metal Show, or whatever it is, yeah.
It's just for the one night.
I know, I saw that, but I just thought, oh, okay.
Yeah, why not?
I see your boy Michael Stanley is supposed to be doing like a history of Michael Stanley band something or other on a Thursday or something.
Yeah, well, as long as it's not on our night, I don't care. Fuck him.
Well, that's why I brought it up, because I knew that would invoke some anger from you.
Yeah, he's a dick. Let him do it from the roof and then jump off.
Well, how do you really feel, Chris?
I hate him. Love his music, hate him as a guy.
I know you do.
I mean, I love his music. Don't get me wrong. I have every record. I like the music. I listen to it pretty often, to be honest. But, as a guy, he's a cunt. He is just a cunt.
Is that his preferred pronoun?
That's my preferred pronoun for him. I don't like the guy.
Yeah, I hear you.
Dude, he was rude to my fucking mom.
Yeah, I know. You told the story.
It would be one thing if he was rude to me. I could live with that. I still think he's a dick, but I would have less anger. He's mad at a cunt at some old lady that was just trying to tell him that she liked his tunes. It's like, fuck you, cocksucker. It's no wonder you're fucking Cleveland fucking legend, dick. It's no wonder you couldn't fucking sell 45 tickets in Chicago, ass fuck.
Well, speaking of another, music person, singer, songwriter that actually I really didn't know a whole lot about. I watched a documentary on YouTube.
Okay.
About John Kay of Steppenwolf.
All right. Yeah, I know nothing about him.
Yeah, I didn't know much about him either. Of course, everybody knows Born to Be Wild. Everybody knows that song, and everybody knows Magic Carpet Ride.
Right.
And, that's all I know about the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I watched this documentary. It's a 2-parter. It's on YouTube. And I was surprised at the success that band had during that short window that they were popular.
They had a lot of success?
Well, money-wise and tour-wise and performance-wise, they did pretty well for themselves, but I wasn't aware that they were as big as they were. Yeah. I mean, I don't know I don't know that they were Rolling Stones big, okay, anything like that in that time frame. Mm-hmm. But what I was really fascinated with was the fact that when they got signed, with the record label, I think it got signed to Columbia or something like that.
Right.
They were signed, get this, 2 records a year.
Jeez. They weren't fucking around, were
they?
Yeah,
they were signed to like a 6-record deal for 2 records a year.
Wow. Huh.
And I was just like, wow, that's pretty aggressive. Yeah. And the thing is that no sooner do they release, one and out there playing it and promoting it and stuff, they've got to be writing and recording the next one already.
Yeah, take your notepad on the bus with you.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So what happens is, according to the documentary, is that I didn't know anything about this, but John Kay was born in the last year of the World War II.
Okay.
And he and his mom, his father was a German soldier.
Okay.
And he got killed in the war. So when they were splitting up Germany and they were building the wall, he and his mother were literally lost behind the wall. And they had to sneak out of Germany through the wall in the middle of the night when he was a little kid. He says, all I can remember is that we were with like several other people and we had to be really quiet, and it was in the middle of the night. It was dark, and then all of a sudden I was just told, run! And they escaped Germany.
Wow.
And so his mother, basically she took care of him, and she got to know somebody. She was like a seamstress or something like that, and she got to know somebody of privilege, and somehow got him enrolled in like a better school over there.
Right.
And he was born because of his nutrition and things. He was almost blind as a child.
Oh, wow. Did not know that.
So he battled through that, and then he and his mother got remarried, and they moved to Canada.
Okay.
And they were in Canada, and then as he got older and got interested in music, he made his way down into the States and to New York and got to know other musicians. And, long story short, they ended up in L.A., playing the L.A. scene, and that wasn't happening, so they went up to, up to the San Francisco, up to the Bay Area during the quote-unquote the Summer of Love.
Okay.
And that's kind of where they got their, finally got their success.
Sure.
Well, they were cranking out records, and they were touring, and they were making money, and, of course, when they got their first big paycheck, everybody went out blowing it on cars and fancy shit. And then, of course, the drugs and alcohol got into it. And then, of course, that really was the demise of the band, because there were different members who either got the boot because they were unreliable, because they were so fucked up on drugs or acid or something.
Right.
And it just was the demise of the band. Well, after the band was over and they called it a day, John Kay left his, of course, you hear this is an age-old story, but he left his finances to his management, and he had, a lot of money at one point, and then all of a sudden the management said, yeah, you're broke.
Yeah, you got like $4.
So, yeah, basically that was it. So he had to work his way back to, and then what had happened is that some of the former members who either got the boot or left the band, they were out there doing the scab Steppenwolf bands. It would be like the drummer or just the bassist and several other guys booking themselves as, Steppenwolf.
Right.
And
he books his Steppenwolf, or booked, I don't know if he's alive or not, but didn't he used to book his thing as John Kay's Steppenwolf?
Well, that's the whole thing. I was getting to that point. Well, he had legal use of the name. And so that's why it was John Kay and Steppenwolf, to indicate that this is the original lead singer.
Okay.
Because what they were talking about, some of the scab bands, that they would basically find a guy who sort of looked like him and made him dress like him and stuff, and try to pass him off as John Kay.
Nice.
So they would have these singers that was like a clone guy. But the story was pretty fascinating. Again, it was a band that I knew very little about.
Sure.
And it was just like, wow, okay, I didn't know. But, apparently they did all right, financial-wise. Right. And they were popular there between like 68 and 74. Right. So they had about a 6-year run there where they did pretty well. And then it just sort of went to shit after that.
Well, I, too, watched a music documentary about a band I knew nothing about. I love their music, but I don't know dick about them. That would be the Doobie Brothers.
Oh, yeah, I love those guys.
Have you watched the behind the music?
I did. It's funny because that actually popped up as another suggestion after I watched the John Kay one. but I have watched that one before.
Do you know what the band was called before they were the Doobie Brothers? I'll give you a hint. It's a throwback to recent episodes of the Classic Metal Show.
I'll know it once you tell me. It's been a while since I saw that.
The name of the band was Pud.
Yeah, I recall.
That was a good documentary too. I mean, I really felt bad for the one guy, the guy that like sings all the songs. You know, he was a mess. He was drinking himself to death and drugging himself to death.
Yeah.
But man, he goes off the road to get healthy, and they just brought Michael McDonald in and said, "Here, your gig now, pal."
Well, yeah. Well, here's an interesting thing. What's his name? Johnson. Tom Johnson. Yeah. So here's an interesting thing. When I lived in California, and there was a lady who worked at the mall. She had a corner flower stand at the mall.
Okay.
And I used to buy flowers for chicks and stuff, and so I'd swing through there because it was real convenient. And she was a real nice lady, and I'd chit chat with her a little bit, and she would always ask me, what do you do? And it's just like, I do this, that, and the other. I work at this club and things. And she goes, she says, I used to be a in-home medical care.
Okay.
And I visiting nurse type thing, And she says I was the visiting nurse for a very popular singer-songwriter.
Okay.
And I was just like, well, who wasn't? She goes, yeah, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. I can't really say. And so after I got to know her, after a while, I got to know her to where we got to be kind of pretty good friends. And she finally told me it was Tom Johnson.
Wow.
And she told me about how bad off he was, with the, recovering from his drugs and all that. And she said she goes, I would go to the house to check up on him and, see what he needed and all these other things, and hey, sit down and listen to this new song. And she goes, to tell you the truth, it just wasn't very good. But then they got back together in, what was it, 89 for the Cycles tour. They put out that comeback album.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had the song The Doctor, and Little Taste of Love, and a couple other songs. Yeah.
Yeah, that was after Michael McDonald decided to be solo Michael McDonald,
Well,
right?
no, the Doobies broke up. They broke up in like 82, I think. It was like 82 or 83.
Yeah, because the one guy and Michael McDonald hated each other. The other guy that was like the original member, Pat something.
Yeah, Pat Simmons.
Yeah, hated each other.
Yeah, so but they had a big farewell show where all the former members came out and performed.
Right.
And they broke up. They were basically, I think this last show was like in 83, and then the original, the nucleus of the original or the most popular lineup of Doobie Brothers reconvened, and I think it was 89, if I'm not mistaken.
Am I the only one that thought that the Michael McDonald years sucked? I hated that.
Well, but see, they went for more of a mainstream pop thing.
Yeah.
Because Michael McDonald used to be a sideman with Steely Dan.
Right.
And so, when Tom Johnson was having his issues, they needed somebody to come in, and actually Michael McDonald was in the band at the same time Tom Johnson was, until Tom had to leave the band and get off the road.
Right. Yeah, I just Michael McDonald.
But they had some huge radio success, whether you enjoyed it or not. But they had some big pop success with Minute by Minute and all that stuff.
I keep forgetting. Is that them, or is that him solo?
No, that's him solo.
Oh, I don't even know. I just know I liked them when they were another band. I liked them when they were drug addicts. I loved drug addict Doobie Brothers. I didn't like keyboard Doobie Brothers at all.
Well, again, they were just moving with the times.
Yeah, not a huge fan of that.
Yeah, so, Michael McDonald came in 77 or 78, I think. And, they had they had success between 78 and 83 when they called it a day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they made it sound like they didn't miss a beat with him.
Mm-mm.
You know, but I just don't like his voice at all. On anything. On solo, on Doobie Brothers, whatever. I'm not a fan of him.
Well, regardless, they made a change there that, and it did change their sound, and it did change their approach to where they became more of a, mainstream, almost pop band rather than just a blue-collar rock band.
Yeah, and they even said, they were interviewing the guys, and they said, well, after Michael joined the band, it became a job.
Yeah.
It was going to work. It wasn't having fun. It was just going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And they all hated it.
But the thing is that, once again, money talks when you get signed to multi-record deals and are getting a lot of radio play.
Yeah.
It's like, so what are you going to do? Are you just going to say, yeah, I'm just going to let that success pass me by, whether I like it or not?
Yeah, I'm going to start over as the bassist from the Doobies. Yeah, that'll help.
Yeah.
That'll get you interviews, but it won't sell one fucking record.
Right.
Yeah, I was the bassist in the Doobie Brothers. Were you? How about that?
Well, anyway, it's fun. I do enjoy those documentaries, and if I come across one that I have not seen before, or I wasn't familiar with the band, or I know who they are but I know very little about them, I'll always watch it.
Yeah, I do too. If I have one song that I like by them, I'll generally watch it.
And even if I don't like them, I'll watch them. Just to see how fucked up people get with their careers and stuff. They just piss everything away. It's just like, man, you work so hard to get to that point, and then you just pissed it away.
The music business is definitely full of savages that just fucking steal. It's like I wouldn't want to work with anybody that had worked with anybody. They've all stolen from all of these bands, every single one of them.
Of course.
Every story's the same. The manager or the accountant stole all the money.
Yeah.
Well, don't hire those guys.
Well, but you see, when we have musicians on the show who talk about their contracts and stuff, especially when you're young, it's just like, man, I'm just thrilled to be signed, but they don't even realize what they're signing. They're just saying, oh, I got a record deal. Hey. And that's all they care about. And it's like, what do you mean we got to give away 90% of what we make?
Yeah, and there's always a vulture that's just willing to steal from a young, stupid kid.
Well, look at Black Sabbath and Don Arden.
Mm-hmm.
If you, Black Sabbath were doing, making a lot of money. They were making a big splash in the late 60s, early 70s. And, they were, quote unquote, living the life. Because they were poor boys from Birmingham, and anything was better than 5 cents a day. If you got $3 a day, it was like, man, we're rich.
Yeah, rocking.
Yeah, and so, but the whole thing is that they started thinking, hey, we got to be making more money than this, don't you think?
An awful lot of asses in front of us. Why aren't we getting any money?
Yeah, we're only getting they're giving us like $5,000 a week. Do you think we're making more than that?
Wait a minute, these tickets are $10 each. There's 20,000 people. How do we only make $5,000?
But yeah, even in the Black Sabbath one, they talk about, questioning the finances and the management of, where did all that money go?
Yeah, I don't know. Don Arden somewhere.
Yeah, they were happy at the beginning because it was way more than they had as kids, but then it got older and it was just like, yeah, we've been doing this for like 7 years and I don't have that much, so where is all the money?
I wonder if that's why they all get into these bad drug habits too, is because these fucking managers are okay with them being all fucked up so that they can't keep track of anything.
They don't question anything.
Yeah, there's like, fuck, free weed, dude, free coke.
Yeah, and that's what the guys in Black Sabbath were saying. Yeah, man, we had weed, we had coke, we had naked chicks, we were gigging, we had a couple of nice cars. What else could you want out of life?
Doing lines of blow off of strippers 3 a night.
Yeah.
Why would I be worried about my paycheck?
Yeah.
It is amazing how many people fucking blow all their money, though.
Mm-hmm.
They all do. Really, it's amazing how few have actually kept any money.
Well, I mean, even look at guys like, say, like an Elton John.
Mm-hmm.
That guy filed bankruptcy, I think, twice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, dude, look at pretty much every band from the 80s. Every one of them has been broke at some, not everyone, but damn near every single one of them. Guys that sold a shit ton of records and still have to tour 40 years later.
Yeah.
You know, like Slaughter. And I don't know what they did with their money at all, but I would have thought, I mean, they had a good 5-year run where they were huge. And everybody loved them, and, you know, they were on MTV all the fucking time. They were selling a lot of records. They were selling out tours. And they're still having to tour now.
Yeah. Well, you know, Dana Strum, I don't think he needs the money because, from what I understand, at least I've spoken with him on a couple of occasions and whatnot, but he's a shrewd investor. I think he owns like a bunch of properties and things in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, so he's like a real estate guy, and, you know, he does all right, and he plays music just for the fuck of having fun.
But you can always tell who the guys are that need money because they show up on 14 different records a year. You know, they're the guys that are just, you know, constantly, hey, here's the new band on Frontiers. It's the Revolution Saints, and here's the guys that are in it, and it's all guys that have all been in like bigger bands.
Right.
But they're still having to put out new stuff and find new. Why? Because they need to get that $20,000 advance.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, if that. You're right.
Because 20,000 today. I mean, you know, 20,000. I know for a fact, and I've told this story before when Dokken was recording Long Way Home back in 2000. Or 2002. Their advance was 20,000 then.
Right.
So, you know, that's been, 17 years?
Mm-hmm.
So guarantee you that even 20,000 today is like getting $1 million.
What do you think a Quiet Riot gets these days?
If they even get an advance at all?
No, they got to get something, don't they?
I don't know. Maybe they record it on their own and then shop it around.
Can shop that at a fucking Goodwill.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. If they had any kind of money behind whatever it is that they were doing, it might be better. And I said might.
Yeah.
But if they're doing it on their own, hoping just on the strength of the name alone would possibly get somebody to you know, buy it or distribute it, that's a stretch.
Yeah. $5,000?
I don't know that answer. I mean, I was talking to our friend there from singer James Rivera.
Okay.
And that last record they put out with who's he with again? Hellstar. And I asked him, you know, I said, if you don't mind me asking, I go, what kind of an advance does Hellstar get? Mm-hmm. And he says, it's not very much. And I said, well, $5,000. He goes, yeah. He goes, I'd be lucky to get that.
Jeez, oh man. Speaking of that, I might actually be seeing James in like 3 weeks. He's coming here to Cleveland.
And what's he doing?
Playing there's a big festival on November 2nd, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd or something. And I might pop in for a little while and check some of it out.
Well, what is he playing? Is he doing is he doing Hellstar? Because I know he was doing, what was he doing that, like a tribute thing too?
Oh, that Judas
Sabbath, yeah.
Sabbath Priest or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's doing Hellstar. Dude, it's actually, there's quite a few of our friends that are going to be at that. So I might, we're going to be off the live show for 2 weeks. I might actually be late coming into to the next show. Because that night there, over the course of that weekend, a bunch of our friends are going to be in town. And I'm definitely I want to go check them out. Our Jack Frost is going to be here with Seven Witches.
Really?
Really, man? I got to tell you about that pizza I spiked. Joe.
I gotta tell you a real quick story about Jack.
All right.
So he was at NAMM this past January, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was playing out there with Beauvoir.
Jean Beauvoir.
Yeah, Jean Beauvoir. He plays in his band.
Yeah.
And so I was there with Bob Nalbandian and hanging out at the screening for Band versus Brand.
Right.
And Jack was there and John Beauvoir that was there, and of course Nader, and everybody's hanging out and stuff. And I just came from the hotel. I just gotten cleaned up and showered, and I wear some cologne and stuff. And Jack comes up, he goes, "Hey, brother," and he comes over to give me a hug, and he comes up, he gives me a hug, and he goes, "Man, you smell great."
You smell wonderful, dude.
He did. He was just like, "Man, you smell great." And I was just like, "Don't get too close to me, dude."
What is that X?
But that just made me laugh because it was just one of those moments that just kind of catch you off guard.
Right.
Because you're not used to some other dude telling you smell great.
Bring it in, bro. You smell terrific.
So anyway, Jack's coming in for that.
Jack's coming in. Rivera and Hellstar coming in for that. Leather is the 3-day host.
Is that right?
Yeah, she's hosting the thing. So
now what is this thing called? What is it?
Let me look it up here. It is Foundry Cleveland. I don't remember what it's even called. Oh, it's the Pure Steel Metal Fest.
Oh, okay.
And it features, let me pull up the flyer. Maybe. Come on, computer, load. It features, let's see. Why can't I see all the bands? This fucking junk. Can't see fucking bands. Share with friends. Why can't I see the bands? All right, the big names, because that's all I can see, is the top 3 names. 7 Witches, Wretch, Lower 13, Hellstar, Metal Gods, which I guess is a priest tribute. What is this? The Hounds of Hassellounder and Attacks. So
Okay.
It's not like the most awesome festival, but I wouldn't mind going and seeing Jack. And I've never seen 7 Witches play, so I wouldn't mind going to see that. I might go because I'm supposed to be in Akron that night to see Landau play or perform. So I might go see the early show with Landau, leave at 9:30, and then shoot over to the Foundry.
What is that? November 2nd?
November 1st
Oh, okay.
is Friday. November 2nd, which is the Saturday, is Hellstar, is the headliner. And then, but then Leather's there as well. So, I was thinking I might swing out for a little while and support some of this. Why not?
Yeah, why not? So that's at the Foundry Club?
Yeah, it's at the Foundry.
Is that Billy's former club?
Billy's former club, the Foundry.
All right.
11729 Detroit Road in Lakewood.
Okay. Oh, look at that. You got all kinds of things coming up for you.
Dude, it never ends. It never ends, does it?
Speaking of Landau,
Yeah.
I was watching a couple of clips on YouTube of the Kumia show,
Okay.
and I was the number of times that Anthony references Pulp Fiction is just crazy.
He loves that movie.
He does love that movie because almost like every time they're talking about something, he throws a Pulp Fiction reference in. I don't know if you know the movie well enough to know that that's what he's doing. But
I do.
But I was watching it, and it was so funny the number of times he threw a Pulp Fiction line in whatever it is that they were talking about. But the one that I watch, and I don't know, are you still watching it on a regular basis every day or catching it every now and again? But the one they were doing was they were bagging on Opie for trying to create a viral video.
Oh, yeah.
Where they had this fat lady at the McDonald's eating a bacon sundae or something.
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, my God. I was just cracking the fuck up. It's like, how pathetic. What is wrong with Opie anyway? I mean, he can't be broke. Is he just looking for trying to stay relevant or in the business, or what is his deal?
think that's the deal, is that he's just trying to stay relevant. But, I mean, it's really proved out that he's not very talented.
No, he's not talented at all.
I mean, he did his podcast, and it's just not good.
Well, he got dropped from that. From Westwood One, they dropped him.
And how much could that possibly have paid? $100 an episode?
Maybe.
$500 an episode? I can't even imagine that. So yeah, I mean, he's not talented. I tried listening to his podcast. It's not good. It's still not good. It's even worse now that his co-host died. So, now it's really not good. So it's like, oof. He just has no talent. But yeah, dude, people that don't watch that Kumia thing, dude, the Kumia show rules, man.
It is. It's funny. I like it because it's, akin to kind of what we do here. And it is definitely guy humor.
Oh, yeah.
It's a guy show. It's a guy show.
It is.
And, I can understand if chicks don't dig that show or they don't get it, because it's just definitely guy humor.
Of course.
And what I like about it is if he was a network show of some kind, he would not be able to do that show.
Not at all. But that's why he built his own place.
He got to.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, and I don't know if you have any insight on this about podcasts and things.
Yeah.
Is it true, or is it possibly true? Seems a little unbelievable to me, but I could be completely wrong because I have zero knowledge about this.
Okay.
I'm being told, or I've seen it out there, that Joe Rogan's podcast makes $300,000 per episode.
Could. It could. I mean, he gets huge numbers of plays.
I know that, but $300,000 a show?
Well, I mean, if you're reaching a couple million people a day, if you're making, I don't think a show.
Well, that's the numbers I'm seeing is $300,000 per show.
So $1.5 million a week. He does 5 shows a week.
Yeah.
He's doing $1.5 million a week. I don't know about that.
That's why I said it sounds outrageously high, but I mean, I don't know if that's true or not true, or I can't say if it's.
I would think $300,000 a week doesn't sound crazy.
No, not a week, but I'm seeing it's per show.
Yeah. No, I can't see that he's. There's no way is he making $50 million a year or $70 million a year.
That's what I thought that was a ridiculous number, but who am I to say?
I would bet he's making $10 million a year. That would be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any insider knowledge at all on that, but he does a shit ton of people listening to or watching it on YouTube and whatnot and downloading it. And, he does have sponsorship. He does sell sponsorship. So, he's making money. I guarantee.
I know he's making money. I just saw that number at $300,000 per show. And it was just like, could that possibly be?
Sounds a little much.
Yeah.
That's a bit high, but that's Stern money. And I don't believe he's making Stern money. No way. No. I'm gonna venture to say no on that one.
That's I just thought that was way, way out of line. But that's who am I to say? I don't know what goes on with that. Yeah. I mean, I do know he's a popular show, and I do watch it myself, and other people that I talk to periodically, they watch it too, or they're aware of it. So,
do you watch it as much as you used to?
No, I don't. No,
he's really gotten weird with his guests. It's like sometimes he has really good guests, and then sometimes it's fucking some scientist talking about whatever string theory of multiple universes or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I can't watch that for 3.5 hours. No way.
I think the most recent ones, and these haven't even been all that recent, was the ones that stand out for me anyway, is when he had Henry Rollins on.
Yeah.
When he had Ted Nugent on.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had Tim Pool and that guy from Twitter and his legal rep who basically lied about everything.
The owner of Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was fascinated by those, but as far as anything recently that stands out, nothing really stands out for me. Say within the last 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, I checked. I don't even remember who it was he had on, but I checked. Because of the new phone, I had to put a new podcasting software on my phone, and I had to reset up all my podcasts and whatnot. So I listened to about an hour of Rogan, I don't know, Wednesday or something. I was like, this is boring as fuck. Then I was out. I was like, fuck it, I'll just move on to something else.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Well, speaking of moving on to something else, you want to play a couple of tunes and take a short break, or did you have something else you wanted to talk about?
We got all night, man.
All right. All right. Well, we're well into an hour in already, so enough of our rambling.
All right.
Anything you want to hear?
Yeah. I've been in a COC kick the last couple of days.
Okay.
So how about COC, Signor Limpio from Deliverance.
All right.
Because that's a good, energetic song.
I like that song, or the album Deliverance.
I like everything they've done. They're just a great band. I really like them, with or without Pepper Keenan. I like them.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Big fan. Big fan.
Big fan. I saw them a year or so ago. I saw them when they opened for Zakk Wylde.
Right.
At the same place we're going to next week. At the Akron Goodyear Theater.
Nice.
So.
And which one was the song?
Signor Limpio.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to play a couple of tunes. We'll come back. We'll do some more stuff. So here it is. It's Corrosion of Conformity. And this is Signor Limpio.
Yeah, it's a tribute to Mark Nero.
Okay, gotcha. All right, here it is. It's COC exclusively here
on your classic metal show.